Hi everyone and welcome to Uwaoma Iro TV. If this is your first time here, you are welcome, and if you have been part of this space, thank you for always coming back to have a real, honest conversation with me. So today's topic is one that many people don't talk about openly, especially in our society. We're talking about men's emotion, and that moment when a man breaks down and cries over a failed relationship. What does it really mean? Is it weakness or is it something deeper? Now let's get into it. First, let's address something important from a young age. Many men are taught to suppress emotions. You hear things like, be a man, don't cry, men are strong. Over time, this creates a mindset where expressing pain feels like failure. So when a man finally cries, especially over a relationship, it usually means he has reached an emotional breaking point. This is not something small. It often means he truly cared. He truly cared. Welcome to Uwaoma Iro TV. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share. And do not forget to subscribe again. Tell a friend to always subscribe to Uwaoma Iro TV and turn on post notification. So, when a man reached that breaking point, it often means he truly cared, cared about the relationship. It means he invested emotionally, mentally, maybe even spiritually, maybe even, something deeper in the relationship. It means the loss hit deeply, enough to break through years of emotional conditioning. Now, let's talk about the positive side of this. When a man cries over a failed relationship, one positive aspect is emotional honesty. He's no longer pretending, he's facing his feelings, head on, and that takes strength. Another positive aspect is release. Crying can be a form of emotional detox. Instead of bottling everything up, he allows the pain to come out. That can prevent long-term emotional damage like anger issues or depression. It also shows, capacity to love. A man who feels deeply enough to cry is someone who didn't just treat the relationship casually. He gave his heart, and that means with healing, he can love again in a healthy way. There is also growth. That moment of vulnerability can be a turning point. It can push him to reflect, to understand himself better, and to become emotionally mature. But let's not ignore the negative aspect. Sometimes that breakdown comes with emotional overwhelm. If a man has been suppressing feelings for years, when it finally comes out, it can be intense and confusing, really confusing. Now, there's also the risk of losing self-worth. He might begin to tie his value to that relationship. Thoughts like, I wasn't enough, or I will never find love again, can start to creep in. Another issue is isolation. Because society doesn't always create safe spaces for men to express emotions, he might cry alone, suffer alone, and never talk to anyone about it. That silence can make the pain heavier. In some cases, it can even lead to unhealthy coping habits like shutting down emotionally, avoiding relationships, or turning to distractions that don't actually heal the pain. So now the big question is, should men be encouraged to show emotions? The honest answer is yes. Yes. I've always said this. Yes, but with balance. Men should absolutely be encouraged to express emotions because they are human. Feeling pain, sadness, love, and disappointment is not a weakness. It is part of being alive. It's part of being human. However, emotional expression should always come with emotional awareness. It is just about crying. It is not just about crying. It's about understanding why you feel what you feel and learning how to process it in a healthy way. We need to create spaces where men can talk about being judged, where they can open up without being mocked, where vulnerability is not used against them. At the same time, men should be gathered to, grow emotionally, not just react emotionally. There is a difference. Crying over a failed relationship does not make a man weak. Staying stuck in pain without growth is where the problem begins. Now, so if you're a man listening to this and you have ever cried over someone you loved, understand this. It doesn't reduce your value. It shows that you're capable of real emotion, but don't stop at the tears. Learn from the experience, heal, build yourself, and when you're ready, love again with wisdom. And if you're someone who has a man in your life, a brother, a friend, or a partner, try to understand that behind the silence there is, emotion. Sometimes all it takes is a safe space for someone to finally, open up to you. Now, this is where we would end today's conversation. Let me know your thoughts. Should men cry? Should men show emotions? Should they bottle not to love the emotion, or should they believe in what society has already said, that any man who cries is a weak man? A weak man is a man that cries. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in to Uwaoma Iro TV. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Do not forget to subscribe. Turn on that post notification to always get notified anytime I drop a new video. Comment, like, share, and subscribe again. Till I come your way next time. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Kisses. Bye.